because of me, right? Or not a single person. So it's good that every person should be evaluated based on some criteria, some different criteria. How much I contributed towards the sales to satisfy the customers, how much I contributed towards the company financials, and how much I contributed towards the business internal processes, and how much I am contributing towards the organization learning and growth. Whether I'm a trained person, whether I'm a skilled person, whether I'm up to date with with the technology, with the new knowledge, with the competition in the market or not, right? So management translates its strategy into performance measures that employ understand and influence, right? So each performance measure is based on customer, financial, internal business process, learning, and growth. So what do we mean by financial? So how has our financial performance improved? We can have sales target, we can have cost targets, we can have growth targets, right? Expansion targets. We captured market leader target, like we captured previously 25% of the market, now 30% of the market, right? Customers. Does customer recognize that we are delivering more value? What does it mean? What customers do we want to serve, and how we are going to win and retain them? Internal business processes. Have we improved key business processes so that we can deliver the more value to the customer? Key business processes, throughput time, right? The manufacturing, delivery, what was that? We just talked about manufacturing efficiency, right? We talked about manufacturing efficiency, whether we have improved or not, right? So what does it mean? It means what internal business procedures are critical to providing value to the customers, whether customer value prompt delivery, whether customer value the, the process, it's very fine, so we spend more time on processing and inspection, right? Or whether customer want, queuing time to lower. I want fast delivery, so queue time going to be lower. It's like that. So all these created the vision and strategy of the company, right? So all these goals are directly improving the overall organization. So if I highlight here, so financial goals are also contributing overall organization, customers are also overall organizations, processes are also in, affecting overall organizations, plus learning and growth. So learning and growth, what does it mean? It means, are we maintaining our ability to change and improve? Whether we hire a trained person who knows that change is necessary, they are ready to adopt the change, right? Or they are ready to adopt the, to move from one system to another system, like new languages or business languages are coming. We have SAP, we have, Visual Basic, we have now Oracle. So different kind of training stuff, they are equipped with the change or not. So it directly, improve business sustainability in future. So the balanced scorecard not only include financial measures, but also non-financial measures. Financial measures like here, these are financial measures, and these are non-financial: customers, internal processes, learning and growth, right? So what are the reasons for that? Number one, financial managers, financial measures are lag indicators. The biggest problem with measuring with numbers, that these are lag indicators. So does this 10% profit that we earned previous year guarantee that we will earn 10% this year or more? Does this guarantee? No. Right? So that's why we call that financial measures are lagged indicators. They tells you about the history, not the present, not the future. Right? While the non-financial measures are leading indicators. If you hire qualified workers, qualified job, qualified workers, qualified, managers, then you know that they will make a correct, correct decisions, good decisions, prompt decisions, and they will take out this organization from crisis or from losses to the towards the path of profitability, right? So top managers are ordinarily responsible for financial performance measures. Why? Because top managers, they are responsible for the future of the company, not the profits of the company. They are hired in which they want to take that company from this place to this place. So they don't care about the per year profits and all the stuff. They want to expand. If their motive is to expand, they don't care about the profit. They just want to expand, acquire this company, acquire that company, build those, import those plants, improve, go towards the different, continents, expand their business over there, right? So they are not responsible for financial, right? So similarly, not the lower level managers, but if the top level managers are responsible to take the company from losses to profitable, then they are responsible, then their financial measures is going to be huge. So non-financial measures are most likely to be understood, controlled by low-level managers. If companies having lost because of the top management decision, why? Because they want to expand. They want to be a market leader. When they want to be a market leader, they need to decrease the price so that they want to drive off the competition. So due to this decrease in price, what happened? Our cost is huge. We are in losses. So lower level manager, they have no control over there. So then we can say that the lower level manager, if we evaluate on the basis of profitability, then it would be unfair for them, right? So that's why the non-financial measures should be given more importance than the financial measures, because of the biggest problem with the financial measure, they are lag indicators. So the entire organization should have an overall scorecard, and each individual has their own scorecard as well. So a personal scorecard should contain measures that can be influenced by individuals being evaluated, and that supports the measure in overall business scorecard. We have overall business scorecard, and we have your business scorecard. If, for example, if overall business scorecard is 12 and your scorecard is 15, it means you are above average. You are outperformers. If your average is, if your PAN scorecard is 12, it means you are on average. You are according to the organization. If you are below like 10, 8, then you would be given some trainings, or you will be given some warnings, or you will be called by the HR department, and they will evaluate your CV, and they will say that, okay, you don't look great on this seat, we are transferring you from this department to other department. I think that is very good for you because your expertise are more good over there, right? So this is how happens. This is how transfers happen in real sense. Not like that, they call you and they just transfer. No, they also see your balance scorecard. They also see your abilities, right? So the balance scorecard should have measures that are linked together on the cause and effect basis. So if one measure is improving, automatically others are also improving. If non-financial measures are improving, then of course financial measures are also improving. If we are hiring good people, if we are satisfying our customer, of course profitability is increasing as well, right? So they are linked together. So balanced scorecard lays out concrete actions to attain desired outcomes. So they are linked together, right? So, and if they are linked together, then incentives should be based on scorecard performance measures, not just of one overall performance measures. So we have a case example here, Jaguar, right? So example is here, we have profit centers, we have all the centers here. So see, so you can pick out the measures here, the financial and non-financial measures. So financial measures are contribution per car, profit. So these are financial measures. Customer measures that are directly related to customer, number of cars sold, and customer satisfaction with the options, right? Internal business process, number of options available, installation options, and learning and growth, that's skilled person. So look at it, that they are interrelated. Yes, if you hire good employees, they will take less time to install options. Number of options available going to be more because they will find solution to the problems. And when these goods are on the top of the line, then customer will be satisfied. And if installation time is lower, then of course it will contribute to the contribution margin of the car as well. If customer is satisfied, our contribution margin going to be increased. If number of cars sold going to be increased, it means profit going to be increased as well. So look at that. Each financial and non-financial measure, they are related, right? So if you even improve one, if you improve one, you are improving this, and this. Even if you are improving this, you are improving this, and this. If you are improving financial measures, you have to improve customers, internal processes, learning, and growth as well, right? So there are different strategies, right? If the strategy is increase skill and increase options, what is the effect? Like I told you, decrease the time, increase satisfaction, which causes car sold more, and car sold more, the result's going to be contribution margin going to be increased. And when contribution margin going to be increased, ultimately the profit is going to be increased, right? So we don't have that, financial calculation. Sorry, we don't have that numerical calculation here, right? Because every company has its own numbers. They associate some point-based system, some allocate alphabetically A, B, C, D. Some goes with different stuff, A plus, triple A, double A, some say A plus, A minus. So that depends on you, how much you will give marks to them, right? So this is how we evaluate performance. So the biggest, agenda is that to understand subjectively the balance scorecard, to understand the formula for ROI, two-step ROI, and residual income here. So I would be uploading the assignment 8. That would be your final assignment. And the deadline is next class. And next class is going to be a review class, right? So come up, I will be answering your questions. So come up with question as many as you can. Okay? If everything is clear, then we may be ending our class.
Sir, what's the chapter of today's class?
I would be uploading it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would be uploading along with this PDF as well. Chandra?
Is that the chapter of the previous class wasn't uploaded, so
Oh,
could
okay.
you also upload it?
I would be uploading that one. I think I uploaded or not. Yeah, I think I uploaded the budgeting. I uploaded that. If not, I will be uploading again. Okay?
Yeah, please do, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, Chandra, Min, Arone?
No question, sir. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Sir, I'm going to stay.
Yeah, sure. Okay, class. So if there is no class, then I would be ending the class. Next class going to be review class. So until then,
Goodbye, sir.
take care. Take care. Very nice because winter is coming. So take care. See you next time. Bye bye.